welcome to Pop Pop Fizzle. I'm Heidi.
And I'm Jeff, and we're here to review I Love Dogs.
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 However you want to say it.
I love dogs.
If you're not familiar with I Love Dogs, it's Wes Anderson's new film. It's stop motion animation. You've probably seen a trailer for it. If not, it's Wes Anderson, so you kind of know what to expect. We were just talking about it in the car on the way back. We've seen all of Wes Anderson's movies since The Royal Tenenbaums in theater, except for The Fantastic Mr. Fox, which we own on Blu-ray and have not watched for whatever reason. We will get to that now, but anyway, yeah. So we are fans, safe to say, of Wes Anderson, but having not watched any of his stop motion movies, I wasn't really sure what to expect.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did too.
I thought it was a lot of fun. As usual for a Wes Anderson movie, it's an all-star cast, lots of quirky music, and great, I feel like great dialogue, and also just kind of some quirky stuff that the characters are doing, even if they were just stop motion.
And an overall sweet story. Most of the time in Wes Anderson's movies, no matter how despicable certain characters may be, there's always a sweetness. There's always a
little heart.
A little bit of heart to the story, and this certainly is no different. Now, Heidi says all-star cast. I couldn't possibly name them all, but
No.
I remember Courtney B. Vance as the narrator, Jeff Goldblum's there, Bryan Cranston's there, Scarlett Johansson in there as well.
Yoko
Ono has a brief part in the movie, and lots of other, too many people to name.
So many people.
Really, but really well done. All the characters, most of which are dogs, have distinct personalities and distinct traits. And the story overall, I feel like, now there may be some cat lovers who take offense to all the cat imagery surrounding the villain, but apart from that, it's a really sweet story about man's best friend and that connection and why it's important, and what it means to serve other people, and to serve each other. What friendship means and that sort of thing. So I won't get to loyalty. Yeah, I won't get too philosophical with all that. But it was just a really well-told story from start to finish. Really sweet, done well. I was really impressed with the stop-motion animation. Just some of the choices that were made. Yeah. Just funny. Anytime a fight broke out, just the cloud, like a puff of cotton almost with arms and legs.
Just classic.
Things coming out. Yeah, but just done so well, so great. And the music, of course, if you're familiar with any of Wes Anderson's movies, the music is always phenomenal. This is no different. Just a really sweet story, told well, in a true, it felt like a Wes Anderson movie in spite of the fact that I haven't seen any stop motion animation.
I think Jeff was saying in the car, even, with his eyes closed, would have known that it was a Wes Anderson movie. And
from the dialogue and from the music alone.
Yeah.
So, now the way we rate things here is we say that it either pops, it double pops, meaning go out and see it now, or it fizzles, meaning don't waste your time. So that's normally how we do things. I'll let Heidi go first and tell you what she thought and how she rates it.
I definitely give this a pop. I think this is a lot of fun. I think if you are a big fan of Wes Anderson or his work, it's definitely something you need to see in the theater. Yeah. But, if it's something that wasn't necessarily on the top of your go to the theater list, it's definitely something worth watching when it comes out on Blu-ray or Redbox or whatever it is that you watch your at-home movies on.
Yeah, and my guess is since most of Wes Anderson's films have been put into Criterion Blu-ray, this probably won't be any different. There'll be a really cool treatment of that, I'm sure, down the line. For me, I think whether it's a pop or whether it's a double pop depends entirely on where you fit when it comes to Wes Anderson. There are people that love everything he does, and I'm pretty much in that camp. I very seldom have I walked out of a Wes Anderson movie and felt ambivalent about it. Either it just didn't really connect with me for whatever reason, or I really loved it. And I can't, other than like his early stuff where he wasn't quite in the zone, I struggled to think of something that didn't work for me when it comes to his movies. So for me, if you're not a Wes Anderson fan and you're not sure about whether or not you're going to like the movie, then I'd probably tell you that it's a pop. You know, check it out when you get a chance on video later on down the line. But if you already love Wes Anderson movies, I think you would probably think that it's a double pop, and that's how I would recommend it to you. If you love Wes Anderson, why not go see it on the big screen, where you can appreciate all the details in the animation, where you can hear, you know, the music and the sound design the way that it's meant to be heard, and where you can just enjoy the experience of being there. Our theater was very sparse as far as people that were in there, and that felt a shame to me, because there are a lot of not so great movies that are hanging out in theaters for a lengthy amount of time that still have people going in droves to see them, and that's fine. You know, these kind of movies aren't for everybody, but I felt like this was too good of a movie to have so few people in those theater seats. So if you're a Wes Anderson fan, I say go see it while it's in theaters and check it out. Otherwise, wait until Blu-ray and enjoy it in the privacy and the comfort of your own home. And I'm sure there'll be some fun commentary and behind-the-scenes stuff at that point. Anyway.
Yeah, I would love to see the actors in the studio recording. I think that would be one of the best things.
Yeah, because there's so many that it's hard to keep track of. And really, I saw kind of the cast listing and who they played, but by the time I was in the movie, I was so into their characters, except for people that really stood out to me, like Bryan Cranston's voice is really... You know, I know that voice
Distinct,
because I've seen him in so many things. ScarJo, Jeff Goldblum, those voices are hard for me to miss. But aside from that, it was easy to get lost in who was playing who.
Yeah, but it was, definitely great cast all around. I think everyone did a great job.
Anyway, so I love dogs, or I love dogs, however you choose to look at that. I'm sure that's not an accident.
No.
But we both enjoyed it, and we think you would too, whether it's on video at home or in the theater if you're a Wes Anderson fan. All right. So we'll be back with more reviews for you. We're going to see Avengers Infinity War Thursday evening. We'll be posting our video review for that as soon as we're out of the theater. I'm sure we'll be exhausted by that point. We're pretty tired right now.
Yeah.
Fairly lucid, but very tired. So we will be back with that later in the week. Until next time.
Yeah, but as always, if you like this video, click the thumbs up and think about subscribing to our channel. If you're already a subscriber, go ahead and hit that bell icon.
That'll ensure that you are notified the next time we drop a video, which our next video will be that Infinity War review. Now, if you've been paying attention to the internet, you know that a lot of social media mentions of Infinity War have already dropped. Go check those out on Twitter and Instagram and other places. They're non-spoilery right now. It's just people giving their first reactions. A lot of good stuff being said out there. But be careful of spoilers if you see anybody posting a full review, because they're not supposed to have one out yet. The movie's not out yet. So anyway, we will be back Thursday with that full review and non-spoiler first, and then we'll post a spoiler review after that. And those will be posted accordingly so that you don't spoil yourself until after you've seen the movie. All right. Until next time, folks.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.